midfield.
So you played on the team in 2009, and back then you were baby bull. Now they say you're all grown up. So talk about how your role is changing and how the experience will help you this summer.
Yeah, definitely. So in '09, I was kind of just wide-eyed. I was so excited to be on the team and just felt so privileged to be playing with all these teammates who I had looked up to for a really long time. And so, I mean, I think wide-eyed is a good description. Everything was new, everything was fresh, and now I certainly bring the same level of excitement, but it's nice to be able to have that experience under my belt, feel kind of more confident with everything, and feel like I can now try to help the younger girls who are coming up a little bit.
So think back to the first time you ever stepped on the lacrosse field. What was that experience like? How did you feel?
Yeah, I remember I first got introduced to it at sort of a generic sports camp, and I just fell in love with it. I would just stay at the lacrosse station and didn't want to put the stick down. My mom got me a stick after that camp, and I started playing for my town that next spring, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. I mean, I played 3 sports all the way through high school, but that was the sport that I would always want to go practice on my own, more so than any other. So I just love it.
Now, lacrosse has taken you around the world. You've done quite a bit of international traveling. What's been your favorite stop on the Sarah Bullard tour?
Well, definitely Prague in '09. Just being in that jewel of a city and just having the freedom that we did from our coaches to go explore it was so cool. We were over there for 3 weeks. We obviously had a tremendous lacrosse experience, got to win the gold over there, but also really got a good cultural experience out of it as well. So that was definitely the favorite so far.
And you listed assistant coach Jess Wilkes-Strasburg as your role model in lacrosse. Why do you look up to Jess? What about her?
Yeah, so I first met Jess in 2006. She was one of the assistant coaches on the '07 under-19 team that I played for. And just since then, I've had a huge admiration for her. She was obviously a tremendous U.S. player herself, and I never got to actually watch her play. But you can just tell from her coaching style and talking to her, she is incredibly passionate, and she's not showy. You can tell she's just someone who's very humble, and everything that she says, she means with her whole heart. And it's always about the very important things. It's about the intangibles. It's about how you handle mistakes. It's about putting the team first. And all of those things are things that I believe in and sort of strive to make the most important things as a player. And so I just really look up to her for who she is.
So on the field, communication is something that is very important to you. Talk about why being a good communicator makes you a good lacrosse player.
Sure. I mean, being a good communicator is kind of, I think, the ultimate connector on the field. It's what you have to do, especially as a midfielder. It's what enables you to kind of be successful and help facilitate your team being successful on the defensive end, in transition, and on attack. So I think it's just, being willing to put yourself out there, and most of all, it's what helps your teammates be successful and your team ultimately.